Lonely Pine Bee Farm here. Just doing this little video while I'm on break. Just showing some of the things that we do. I named it Lonely Pine Bee Farm because, as you can see, that pine tree right there, it just hit me one day. That's the only pine tree on this property that I know of. We live on 8.56 acres, and that's the only pine tree that I've seen on this 8.56 acres. So we called it the Lonely Pine Bee Farm. But we do a little bit of everything. I started beekeeping in first of 2018. I've been studying bees since 2017, so I've done about a year's worth of research before I actually got my first hive. But anyway, as you can see, we got a garden going on. My compost piles right there, got a little bit of topsoil right there. We just got through building this greenhouse. It's a 16 by 10. Basically all it is 5 1-inch 20-foot long pieces of PVC, two 16-foot 2x4s, two 10-foot 2x4s, just framed in a little door. As you can see right there, just framed in a little door. Sturdied it up, ran some cross braces in it. While I'm waiting on parts for my dump truck, where I can actually get back to work, I figured I'd do a little preparation for the garden season. Got 3 trellises put up. Just gonna walk around and show a few things that we got. I mean, we're not in the business of doing nothing. We just do it for ourselves. We don't sell any fruits or vegetables or anything like that. So, but anyway, got me a little swarm trap sitting right there. I actually got 3 on the property. Went ahead and set them up since I had time, and as soon as it dries up a little bit, I've got 2 more places that I'm going to put some traps out, but it's kind of wet and I don't want to get stuck on my neighbor's property. So anyway, I got my muscadine trellis put up. I've had them for about 3 years now. This one, we just moved them. Made a little trellis, ran it on some aircraft cable. It's about 80 foot long. That was one that my mother-in-law brought me from a friend of hers that she does gardening muscadine. She sells stuff like that. But anyway, my main source of income, which right now is my only source of income, is my dump truck. So, gotta excuse the mess. We've been cleaning out this old barn and turning it into my shop. But anyway, it's a dump truck I bought from my uncle, or buying from my uncle. It's a 1985 Mack. Hadges Trucking. That's me. Like I said, I'm waiting on the heads to come in. Had to get the heads reworked. But anyway, I am this year I'm gonna start my plants in soil blocks. I've seen a lot of people doing them, and it makes a lot of sense to do it like that because of the fact that, you know, you can actually get an early start with your plants if you wanted to. Plus, when you get ready to transfer them into the garden, you don't disturb the roots. They're already in their own little block of soil. So, as you can see, got my soil block maker, and that's my first batch of soil blocks. It actually makes its own little hole for the seed to go in. It's got little divots right there. But I'll walk over here right quick and show you what I've got going on. I just ordered all my stuff from Lowe's. Basically, the recipe that I'm going to try, there's different ones out there. The one I'm actually using was, as you can see, just a little door right there. All the PVC piping is tied to that support beam up there. I've got, move this plastic out the way. We're going to put a table back here in the back. Anyway, I just drove that 2x4 in the ground and concreted it in. Ran a brace up to that wall so it sturdies it up from side to side. But anyway, the mixture I used was 1 bag black cow manure, 1 bag of peat moss. It was 2 bags of the potting mix right there. And I got a little bit of this blood meal because a lot of the recipes that I was seeing was showing 2 bags of the cow manure. And I only used 1, so I sprinkled about a half a cup. You don't want to put too much blood meal in it because it's very high in nitrogen. But anyway, that was the mixture. 1 bag peat moss, 2 bags of potting mix, 1 bag of cow manure, and about a half a cup of blood meal. And it ended up yielding me, it's amazing how much peat moss they can get in that 1 bag right there. That 1 bag of peat moss right there filled up my wheelbarrow twice. But it gave me that bag, that bag, that bag, that bag. So I got 5 bags out of technically 3 bags and a half, because that's not really a whole lot in that bag. So anyway, that was my mixture that I'm using for my soil blocks. Oh, and also I added 1 bag of perlite. So I gotta clean my mess up here. I've been so busy moving things around and making things that I ain't had time to clean my mess up. But this is my garden spots. Do this to keep my cats out of my garden. Nobody wants to eat vegetables that cats been messing around in. But anyway, this is how you do it. Well, this is how I do it. Like I say, just take your block maker. I've already got 4. I just tried them out. Here's my mix. You want to, pretty much you want to, see, it's just a little bit of water coming out. That's the consistency you want. You don't want it too thick where it won't stay in there, but you don't want it too wet where it's just soggy. And you just start pushing it down in there. Hold out the way. Just kind of, you want to pack it up in there real good. Okay. Let's see if we can. Sorry for the movement on the camera, but okay. As you can see, it's pretty well packed in there, and just kind of scrape the bottom of it all. Just make it good and flat. Okay. All right, then you take your block maker, set it where you want it. Grab, let's see if I can get down here. Grab your handle. Just as you push down with the top handle right here, you're pushing down. It's already making the divot in the block, and you just grab it and pull it up. Okay, just lift it up just like that. So then you got your soil block. So what you do is line them all up where you want them. I mean, they're already cut, so whenever you get ready to transplant your vegetables or whatever you're gonna do, you pretty much just pull that one little section out. But anyway, you plant your seeds in the holes right there. Put your 1 seed in there. Just sprinkle a little bit of topsoil, pot mix, whatever you want to put, and watch them grow. Pretty much don't have to water them for a little while because of the moisture content in the soil block. Give it 3 to 5 days. What a lot of people say, you know, miss a little water. You want to keep them a little wet, but you don't want to keep them sopping wet. So, but that's what we're attempting today. So here at Lonely Pine Bee Farm, we do more than just bees. Like I said, all of it's personal use. I haven't grown yet. I was hoping one of these years I can grow my bee farm up enough to maybe be able to sell some bees, maybe be able to sell some honey. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. Lonely Pine Bee Farm. We are out.